Good morning, everybody. I hope everyone's day is going great. Been looking through the internet and noticed that not a lot of people have been doing videos or tutorials on MSI AfterBurner or any of the, even EVGA Precision has the ability to do this. And that is to overclock your video card. Now, what we're going to go over today isn't just your ability to overclock, because a lot of people they know how to do that. What we're going to go over is the Auto OC, or the overclocking program inside of MSI AfterBurner and EVGA Precision, and I believe other programs out there have this as well. It has the ability inside it to create a curve, and what it does is it actually figures out what voltage, what clock is prime on your video card at that voltage, and then you can even tell it, I don't want to go above this temperature level, and it'll keep that below that temperature level. It'll keep your GPU below the temperature level that you set. So with that little introduction, I want to go through that today. I'm not going to go through how to download MSI AfterBurner. It will be linked in the description below. If you like this video, give it a like, consider subscribing, and leave a comment. So once you have MSI AfterBurner installed, what you want to do is you need to open it. You can tell here we have MSI AfterBurner open. I have already run this test and saved the profile to profile 1, and it's already created my curve. I gave it all the power that it could take as far as how it's set up now. But I kept my temperature limit at 81 because I wanted to make sure those temperatures stay lower than what the max is, but I wanted it to get all the power that it possibly could take. Now, please make sure that you have proper cooling, that your video card's not already having issues, and that you are ready to take a little extra heat in your system, that you have that proper cooling as far as the fans, things of that nature in the system itself. Now, the great thing about this is it does it itself. I remember back in the day of taking hours and hours and hours to get the prime overclock at the prime voltage and just to get those few extra FPS out of it. However, this will do it for you. It's pretty neat. So in the upper left-hand corner of MSI AfterBurner, we have the OC button. We're going to click that. We want to make sure that all these settings, I'm going to go back to the standard here, that all these settings are where you want them to be. I personally gave it all the power. I unlinked here and brought the temperature back down to 81. So settings are there. We're going to click apply, or we're going to click the check mark. Now that that's been applied, we're also going to hit Control F. And what that's going to allow us to do is to see the voltage frequency curve editor. You can actually go in here and move these things around yourself. I'm not going to. This is your base curve. And what you'll notice when we start the program, it's going to automatically elevate those curves. And it's going to start testing each individual, I guess, square you could say there, to see what's optimal at that voltage, at that frequency for your GPU, because all GPUs are different. So once we have these things where we need them, I'll go back here. I've got my power limit at 114. I've got my temperature limit at 81. You can bump that up if you want. But once we have that, we have our curve open. We're going to click scan here. Now, this can take 5 minutes. It can take 30 minutes. It can take an hour. It all depends on your GPU. Once that's finished, since I already have a curve, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. But you can tell it's adding 120 to the clock here. And then it's testing the voltage. And then it'll add a little more and test the voltage. But it does that, which is what we used to do back in the day by hand. But this will do it for you. So what used to take sometimes an hour, 2 hours to do or longer, this now does it in that 5, 10, 15, maybe 30-minute window. See, it just bumped it up again. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this test. And it'll take a minute. It's stopping and scanning. Close this window out. And then I'm going to load my profile, which is already in the curve, and apply it. I'm going to hit Control F again, and you can tell what it's done with my video card and my characteristics. This was the previous. This is the current. And what this has done now is said, hey, this is your GPU can run at 1500 megahertz at below 7.725 millivolts or 725 millivolts. This gives you the ability to get the most out of your video card that you can possibly get at a safe temperature level, at a good power level, which they won't let the card go beyond. There's so many safety features on these cards. They won't let it go beyond unless you edit the BIOS yourself, which some people do. I don't do that myself. But one of the other neat things about this is the temperature curve. And what this will say is once you reach a certain temperature, we're going to downclock, which means the voltage will come down, and it will, I guess, put you in a safer temperature range. You can also edit this. I don't mess with it. I let the system do it. So I hope this was informative for you. If it was, leave a like, give a subscribe, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Look to Mega for gaming, reviews, and more. At Megastarkey on Twitter, youtube.com/C/Megastarkey on, obviously, YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. Hope this was informative. Have a great day.